All right, is this the biggest news for gold and silver? No. But it's big news because it's turning a corner for silver investors, gold investors? Yes. And I want to talk about it because something big just happened in Florida. Ron DeSantis, I'm just going to dive in right here. Where is it? Ninja can't even find the news. This is out of Fox 13, Tampa Bay. Governor DeSantis signs bill to make gold and silver legal tender in Florida. Now, is this groundbreaking because it's the first state to do it? No, it's not. But why am I making a video about it? Because it's important to understand. And very few people understand this, but I have a feeling you do. Type 1 if you understand this. Every time another state changes their legislation to recognize gold and silver as legal tender, more and more people hear about it. It's a paradigm shift, a sea change. And what happens is the more people that understand gold and silver's relevance when it comes to currency creation and what real money is and what real value is, they start to buy it. In 2020, as COVID was spreading, I helped a group of guys start a channel called Wall Street Silver, and they ran with it. And they in the middle of the pandemic, they were interviewing all these people in the silver industry, and tens of thousands of people started buying gold and silver, and we saw the whole silver market get sucked up like overnight. It was amazing. And we're about to do that again. There's a special timing, and I think this one is going to completely wreck the entire system, but that's just me. The truth is, I've been a silver investor since around 2010, and a gold investor, but my silver investment makes up 99% of precious metals investments in my portfolio. Now, I physically have to store them because of what I do for a living. I don't have a tree it's hidden under. I did have some in a tragic boating accident. We still can't find that thing. But anyway, my point being is that I hold physical stored in vaults around the country and pretty soon around the world because that's how I do it. I believe that if you don't hold it, or you don't own it, right? But this is how wealthy people hold their precious metals. Now, this is a big deal again because people are, and I'm just curious, type gold or type silver if you own those. And if you don't, say none. And I want to find people that say none. And the reason why is it's not to browbeat you. It's funny, in a world of investing, there's so many people that turn in, they get this, these groups of people get together and they almost get this cultish kind of a thing going, right? And they get angry when anyone goes against. Cool, thank you guys for saying none. Because I want to talk to you, and I think everyone's going to agree with me. You get this kind of cultish feeling. If you sell your gold or silver, oh my gosh, you're an idiot. Or if you're not buying it, you're crazy. No, see, the day before I bought an ounce of silver, I knew nothing really about it. I knew nothing about it. I bought a 2-ounce hand-poured bar. When I bought that first ounce of silver, everything changed in my life. For some reason, I don't have one right now, but there are watches that look like gold that are not gold. There are watches that are silver. They're the silver color, but they're not real silver, right? It's not until you hold the actual metal that something clicks and it changes you. There's a reason why it was in our Constitution. There's a reason why the book The Wizard of Oz was written. There's a reason why throughout history, wealthy people have held these metals and keeping wealth outside of the traditional financial system. It is a mind changer. Now, to the people that said they don't own anything, I love you guys for being honest. Check this out. This is what I want you to watch. Everyone that owns gold and silver, I want you to type yes or no if, when you hold them in your hand and you clang them together and you feel that frequency, is it something that's sort of mind-blowing and different? I know this sounds crazy, but you have to understand, as everyone's typing yes or no, right? I want to challenge you to go out and buy 2 ounces of silver. And I know there's always somebody in the comment section that will say, yeah, I don't have $60. Well, you probably have an overpriced cell phone you can't afford either. That's to that one person. There's always one person with that poverty mindset in the group, right? They're just transients coming through this channel and leaving. I've got no spot for that. I do want to educate people. But right now, you've got these states that are totally understanding that we are collapsing. The dollar is crashing, and it does not crash in one day. Nothing does, I guess, unless you're Enron. But no, Enron was having problems, and even that stock was slowly deteriorating because people were slowly getting out when they found all that stuff. So let's go into what this news is. It says Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill on Tuesday that begins the process of making gold and silver legal tender in Florida. This goes into effect July 1st of 2026. You'd have to ask yourself, why is that? It's because it's a big deal and there's a lot to take account for. The governor argues metals are a protection against a falling dollar. Now think about this. You've got a state governor, and I really like Ron DeSantis. I'd love to live in Florida, to be honest with you, on the water, fishing. But here you've got a governor sitting there saying the dollar is falling. It really is crashing. And more countries around the world are selling our bonds, our treasuries, because they don't want our dollar. They want to firm up their own currencies. And one way that they're doing it is taking our treasury bills, selling them, and buying their own currency back and taking it off the market so there's less of it. And that means that they could become more valuable, right? Another thing that central banks and governments are doing around the world is they're selling our T-bills and they're buying gold. Now, there's a reason why none of them talk about buying silver. And to be honest with you, I've been trying to get a meeting with one of the Trumps here this week. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I got to be honest with you, but it's blowing my mind, the people I'm meeting. We need a strategic stockpile of silver. Now, I believe that's coming. The Manhattan Project proved why we needed silver, because you can't create amazing technologies and some that are devastating technologies without the metal silver. And you have an opportunity right now to go out and buy a handful of ounces, just a couple ounces, just enough to change your perspective on things. You know, I know friends of mine that are super into stock trading and crypto trading, all that stuff, and they go, we won't hold gold or silver. I said, I don't think you understand. Let me give you an example. How many people have heard, type 10 if you have heard the term grounding, where you take your bare feet, you put them on the ground, right? And you're absorbing energy from the earth, right? We have seen, energy, how it moves and conducts from one spot to another spot because it's trying to conduct and flow, right? What's important to know that the same principles of life there, when you're barefoot and you're connected to the earth and you close your eyes and you breathe in, you're at the ocean, you breathe in that salt air, that fresh air, or you're in the mountains and you're smelling that fresh air, it's totally different. And you have a different sensation, a different feeling. It's so much better for your body than if you're in the middle of a city smelling someone's exhaust and you're wearing shoes that are tight and you're hot and bothered. Does that make sense? Okay. When it comes to gold and silver, when you are holding it, when you have it in your possession, you own it, it does something for your financial state of being that nothing else could do. You know, I don't look at gold and silver as a get-rich-quick thing. I used to when I first started, but I started to learn about is it homeostasis? The financial homeostasis. Guys, if this is making sense, type 100, please. The reason why I say that, and you know what sucks? I don't do that whole type 10, type 100 crap because I'm trying to get the algorithm. I could care less what the algo is doing. And thank you to everybody that's been hitting the subscribe button or blowing back the algorithm. I really want to hear and see what you guys are saying. And I don't get a chance to talk to you face to face. This is my way of communicating with you back and forth and getting you thinking about this. What I want to say is that this is like a financial homeostasis. And it puts you on a path to making better decisions with money in the future than you used to make in the past. And that's why I think everyone should own some silver and a little bit of gold, just a little bit. The reason why is because silver is suppressed, because it's something that Satan's doing over what Jesus died on the cross for us. Listen to me right now. You know what? Heck with it. I'm just going to say it straight up. Satan's been manipulating the silver markets because he wants to taunt my God and possibly yours. I hope he's yours. Because silver is what paid for Jesus' life in ransom and led him to the cross. I think it's my duty in life to own as much silver as I can. And myself, and I think a lot of you, type amen if you're planning on transitioning from a little bit of Bitcoin into silver when the timing is just right. Just say amen if that's one of you. I'm going to be doing this. And I'm going to make it, make no qualms about like my plan, because I'm going to let everyone know well ahead of time what I'm doing. And I put out a post on X a long time ago, and Bitcoin was like in the 60,000 range. I said, when Bitcoin hits $150,000, silver will be $35 an ounce. And it looks like we're lining up pretty nice. And I'm excited about this time. And is it a get rich quick thing? No, it's a statement. You see, like right now, I'm in Las Vegas. I'm meeting some wildly successful people. I can't even say some of them out loud. It's crazy. And they want me to invest in their companies. And I'm weighing all the options and seeing if this is right for me or not, because not every deal is a good deal, even if though it seems like a great deal in the beginning, right? But I have to know that I can make a difference, or, you know. And the thing is, like when it comes to gold and silver, and the reason why I've been talking about this forever, it's not that you're going to pay off your home with it. Do I believe that there's a day where silver is going to be worth the same as gold? Yes. But the thing is most humans don't have the patience that I do, because I had to go through all this crap in the past, where, 20% of my life, 30% of my life was spent wandering the wilderness, the desert of financial activity. If you buy a handful of silver ounces and put them in your hand and just drop them on top of one another, and you think to yourself, what is money? You're going to start to change. It's going to change your life. I hope you got something out of this. Thank you to everyone that's hitting that subscribe button or hitting the resubscribe and pissing off the algorithms. Straight up. Thank you, guys. If you'd like to join the free newsletter, I'm going to start looking for deals, because I got a pretty good gift every once in a while finding deals on silver. When I find one, I'll ping it out to everyone. I don't give away your email addresses. As a matter of fact, someone just asked me the other day, hey, can I have your email list? I'm like, go pound sand. That's what I said, pound sand. Just pound it. I don't give away your guys' stuff. Don't sell any of your information, any of that stuff. That's between you and me. I appreciate your time. The Economic Ninja is out. How do we turn this thing off? See you guys.